And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And his throw is incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Garoppolo. Dalvin Cook now catches on back-to-back plays. And he will have a Vikings first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Well, that's how you use your safety valve, CD. He didn't appear to be the intended target, but they got it to him, and he was able to get just enough to pick up the first.
And what a great example of where we are right now in the NFL, because if you're a running back, you're not just going to carry it. You got to catch it out of the backfield as well. Those combo guys, they're the ones everyone wants on their team.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
On first down, Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll take the block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. On play action, it's Garoppolo. And that one on the money to Claypool downfield. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And it's caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Gerald Everett, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they've controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown. Then they intercept the pass of another squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out, still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. A first carry for the Canadian-born Chuba Hubbard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Looking to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hubbard. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, you know, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Here we go, here we go. 65.
Garoppolo on 1st down. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
Here we go.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Quick hitch, complete. It's Cook. Touchdown! Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now a throw here to his running back. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
They'll try and throw for it here. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? 3rd down. Here's a run by Cook. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. Sly able to put this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Second and 6, just inside the 30. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Mechie, and he's got him. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. They'll give this to Hubbard running right. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Right back to Hubbard. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They're going to look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Vikings will take over here just shy of the 30. A nightmare of a 1st half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. It gets paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. get this complete to the running back, Hubbard. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Garoppolo now, first down throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
11.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 20-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. Throwing now is Garoppolo. He finds his man, complete. It's Chandler. And he will have a Vikings first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Up the middle, it's Cook. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Garoppolo looks to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll run with Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And Cook has it, left side. Touchdown, Vikings. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Vikings are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the 2 of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Back to throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score. Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big, you really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run and have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Here we go, here we go.
That's thrown quickly out wide to Lazard. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Here we go.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Josh Allen drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down.
The downside for the defense is that they're dealing with a team that's in their red zone, but the upside, not much room to work with for the offense. Fewer windows in the zone for them to throw into. Tough for a quarterback to get a throw off before the pressure ends up getting to him.
Sly able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Takes it at the 7.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Here's Pierce on the counter. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. And a fair catch is taken here, a step or two inside the 45-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right about now, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Garoppolo looking to throw.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So not just a blowout win for them today, Charles, but a shutout blowout win as well. Clearly just a superior effort on both sides of the ball.
Hey, didn't it feel like you get a touchdown, you get a touchdown, and then